So you have Harvard and now you have machine learning Stanford course. I've given you two great resources here that if you want to do some extra credit here, boom, those are two great resources. Now I'm going to try to give you everything else that you need in order to automate your trading right now. You probably want to have a Discord community of other algorithmic traders, but we'll get to that later. I want to rail through some places that you can come up with new strategies, because remember, the process of automating your trading starts with research. It's the RBI system: research strategies, backtest those strategies. Now if they work in the past, they might work in the future. They're not guaranteed to work in the future, and most people are going to be like, oh, look at this backtest, it works in the last 10 years. That doesn't mean it's going to work in the next 10. So you have to have a strategy that will allow you to make sure that you're not 100% dependent on backtests, dude. So when I implement with tiny size, and I kind of incubate the strategies, meaning I let them run to make sure that they actually match up with the backtest. So let me teach you some places that you can find some good strategies. Because research, backtest, and then implement. Okay, I'm actually gonna rail off some ideas here. If let me just wait for this timer to end because somebody's gonna pop up on me. But I'm gonna rail off a ton of trading ideas, and then I'm gonna give you a place you can find your own.
If you want a pair of shoes and they're at the store, they're really at the store. You just don't have it yet. It ain't like that shit don't exist. It's just really at the store. That's how I looked at my whole life. If I want it, if I believe I can have it, then that's my reality.
We won't talk about the mind here too much, but that's Big Sean saying, if you want it, you can. If you've seen it's happened before, then you can have it, dude. If it's been done before, you can do it too. So I hope you believe in yourself, but take out your note sheet right now because this might be over your head, but eventually this will make sense. These are going to be alpha generation ideas. Alpha meaning make money, meaning, hey, this is going to beat the market. It's alpha on top of the market. So if you could put your money away for 10% in the S&P, alpha's on top of that. Anyways, these are a bunch of strategies, things to look for, and just get out a notepad right here because I'm going to rail these off and this might be too advanced. But anyways, when you're backtesting, look at expectancy. Make sure that it's over 0.2 expectancy. Here's a interesting idea, the gap and go model for crypto. Now with stocks gap, crypto doesn't gap. You can actually remove time and only trade specific times. What if you only traded 9 to 5 in crypto? What if you built an AI that could backtest for you, research and backtest for you at all times? Well, actually, PineScript is TradingView's language. If you go to TradingView here, you can have every single one of their strategies as well. If you go to indicators here, let's see, indicators, you can see these strategies. You can actually open up their code and get all of their code. So any indicator on TradingView, dude, look at this. I can just go here and then I'll go to ChatGPT and I'll say, hey, please convert this indicator from PineScript to Python. Python is the trading language you use. And you can literally have every single indicator from TradingView converted into Python for you. That's nuts. Look into the stochastic RSI, the money flow indicators, mean reversion, exhaustion gap strategies, pairs trading, liquidation hunting strategies, Bollinger Bands, the turtle trading strategies, the 200 moving day average, seasonality. Look into seasonality, timinality. I know that's different. What happens when there's 4 down days? What about just trading Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? What about buy and hold with different risk allocations? There's a bajillion trend following ideas. What about the adjusted trend? How about a carry trade? What about VIX strategies, volatility index strategies? Again, just write these down. They might not make sense now. Genetic algorithms, grammatical evolution. These are algorithms that can create other algorithms. What about liquidation trading strategies or open interest trading strategies? Cross-sectional momentum. Have you tested that? Have you actually tested the sell in May and go away thing? I've tested that. These are things that you can do. You can take any idea that you or your friends have and backtest them. You can see I just had AI code out the whole QQE for me. And that's insane because there are probably tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of indicators. What about some triple EMAs or Bollinger Band breakouts? I have a list of these ideas. I promise I'll let you leave with this list. What about being a market maker? Have you looked into Rob the Quant from back in the day? Dude, there's so many opportunities here. Somebody came in and told us about the real relative strength, which is one of Jim Simon's favorite. You could trade different market regimes. That's what Jim Simons did. Jim Simon's here. If you don't have a goat to follow, this is my goat. 31 billion. He ran it up to 31 billion, all from automated trading. It's absolutely